Yeah. But yo, welcome back, Secret House Against. I'm not even sure exactly what we're gonna call these, but you guys know us, Tokyo-based hip hop, art, and culture conversations. Today we're doing something a little bit new. We're gonna do kind of like albums that we would have loved to review, but just didn't find the time for it. And also it provides us with an opportunity to kind of highlight more albums often, with just kind of quick thoughts on it.
It's like a little rewind.
Yeah, and the way that we're doing it is that we're kind of just each picking an album, sharing it, discussing some of the features about it and whether or not we all know it or not, and just giving you guys kind of a spot to check in for more music that's dope and bubbling underground that we didn't necessarily get to or talk about in an album discussion. I don't know, we got to think of a name for it, like an anti-skip type of, you know what I mean, like something like that.
What's a cool way to say rewind?
Well, I mean, it's also just like checking in, like checks and wrecks type of, you know what I mean?
Checks and wrecks, huh?
You know, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so we've got 3 albums here today. We're not going to do any like update video type of things, right?
No. Whatever. We're chilling.
Also, at the end of this, I think what I'll do is we recorded an Uncle John Grace EP review that I forgot that we had, and I never released it. So I'm just going to tack it on at the end. So basically, you get 3 different album discussions from us that are short, and then a short little joint that is more like our regular reviews at the end with Uncle John.
All for that, for the price of 1.
Okay, bet. Power. That's true. So here, we'll just tell you the albums that we're going to do right now, and then we'll each take turns doing it. So the album that I'm going to discuss is a new Bob Pace album called Blackbook. Jet?
PTY, Superstition.
And Life is Beautiful, Larry June.
2Chains.
2Chains.
Yeah. Who wants to go first? You go first, Jet.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So run it. Basically, PTY, member of our community, someone we've rocked with for some time now. Young, super talented guy from Ireland.
He's from Ireland. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got a little Irish flag in his next to his username on the Discord.
Yeah.
Really?
Not bad. Yeah.
I thought it was PTY on Discord.
Oh, yeah, he's Irish, but
maybe if you go to his his person.
I don't fucking know.
Hey, bro,
Anyway,
I fuck with the Irish, man.
The Irish.
Yeah, PTY just put out this record, Superstition. It's about an hour long, 8 tracks. So as you can probably tell, like each track is very, very long. There's tons of features on here. Rapman Gavin, Ghetto Philosopher, KLG Clerget,
Kill Von Guard,
Snot Nose Salim, Lil Figurative, Lungs,
Sketch
Matt
185,
Drago, Sketch 185, July 38th, IDK Young J,
my man KDI,
Rita Sami,
Teo Sorcerer,
No
Jordan,
Nas, No God, No Duo,
Chef.
Yeah.
PTY is just a producer, right?
PTY is the producer.
Okay,
and
so
No Duo. Shout out to Noah. Yeah.
This album is made from
Blank.
a lot of these kind of noisy, complex, ambient kind of samples. It's a real dense listen, and it's kind of a weird, awkward listen. But at the same time, you have just like MCs coming in and out, and it's like passing through the fucking void, and then occasionally getting slapped in the face by
Passing
like a
through the
dope
void.
MC.
That's really cool.
You ever play Metal Gear Solid 3?
I want to.
If you've ever played Metal Gear Solid 3, it's like the Sorrow fight.
I gotta get on that.
Wading through a deep river while everyone you've ever killed comes after you.
Okay, thanks, Jed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jed.
Good game. Worried about spoilers from a game that came out 22 years ago.
Come on, man.
My bad.
Jeez.
Anyway, yeah, it's like not an easy listen, as you can probably tell. It's very abrasive sonically, but you have all these like wonderful little jazz samples that kind of come in and out of focus as it goes on. It's kind of a bit of that spiritual jazz. There's a bit of like Alice Coltrane to it, like a bit of the even some of the Pharoah Sanders stuff and stuff that Thelonious Monk was doing in like the early 70s.
There's like noise elements, kind of ambient elements. There's a lot of like countercultural elements to it. Even the MCs on it are all over the place stylistically, and the way that they approach it. The music artists.
The nice thing about
crazy.
The density of features on here is that, like, I don't know if this was like a direction given by PTY, but there's like a real radicalness to every single one of these verses.
Sure.
Like, everyone is on like some fuck cops shit, or they're on some like trans rights shit, or they're on some fucking black people are dope type shit. Like, and everyone across the board is like radical on this record.
Yeah.
And it kind of ties the whole thing together and kind of connects well to this, this superstition, that's at the core of the album. It's like, it's kind of paranoid, but at the same time, there's like a hopeful element to it. I think I described it. I wrote the liner notes for this, just full disclosure.
They're not up yet.
They're not up yet, but you'll see them at some point, I guess. It's like somewhere between a cipher and a witch's coven. Like, it's got this like ritualistic horror element to it.
Are those bars you put in the liner notes?
Yes.
Okay,
I did use that one. In
you could have just read your liner notes.
I
and
could
been
have
hard with it.
I could have, but like, I'll save those for the actual release.
Yeah.
You might have to fast forward a little bit to get to a verse, but
No, I mean, I'm just kind of, as we're talking, just kind of letting it go. But because it is a long and sprawling album, and it's like an experience album to me. It's not one that you're like, oh yeah, let me go to this one song and repeat it 10 times or whatever. It's like you kind of put this shit on. Maybe you light up a little something, or you just sit around in a room and let it kind of guide you through something. It's definitely an album and not a playlist type of album to me.
Exactly.
But there's just like a ridiculous amount of talent on the album, and it's super dope. Like, in fact, one of the album that I almost chose to discuss on this instead of the Bob Pace was from I've been pronouncing it Clerg, but apparently that's wrong the way you freak. He's like from Cameroon, and so he's like a French Francophile. Francophone, excuse me. Francophile.
Shouts out to people who really like the French, though.
Yeah, Francophone type, and he's got a unique accent. And I purchased his last 2 albums, and they're fucking phenomenal.
That
and
Cameroon
amazing.
joint,
yeah, that shit is tight. And I eventually, I'm looking forward to do one of his albums because there's something else about it. That it's really interesting and dense, and this album is too. And PTY's been having some pretty good success. I think
got an
recently,
Open Mike Eagle collaboration coming up.
Well, he definitely sent like a beat pack to Open Mike. He did like a remix, and Open Mike heard it and was like,
yo, this is ill.
Let's work.
And then Dos also reached out to him recently.
So
it was like, yo,
I heard
ill,
it,
let's
killing it. Yeah. So, if only saying that just to speak to the level of talent and ability that PTY has.
He's
like, an artist.
Just turned 18.
Yeah, he's an artist that we'll be paying attention to, and I imagine we're going to hear some really, really dope things from in the future. This is highly. I wouldn't have mind doing a full review about this album, but again, we're just so fucking backed up and trying to figure shit out. But yeah, this one's dope. Superstition, fucking PTY. I like what Fix said. He says every time he sees it, he thinks pretty tongue ying, like pretty young thing.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. What do you say? Pretty
PYT.
Yeah.
Young.
PTY.
Yeah.
Pretty
But
young.
anyways, yeah, that one super dope, super fire album. Do you want to go next, Des, or do you want me to run it up with some?
Yeah, sure, I can go
Okay,
next.
yeah, bust it.
Yeah, so the Life is Beautiful, Larry June, 2Chains, Alchemist. We were gonna do a full review for it, but honestly, I don't think we had enough for a full thing. It just comes down to Larry June, 2Chains, and they're just they're bombing over Alchemist beats or whatever. I mean, not bombing, but they're kicking back.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little listen. 11 songs, 36 minutes, and you get Alchemist beats, man. And these beats especially that he picked feel like I don't know how to explain it, man. They just feel luxurious as hell.
It's real.
I feel like you're sitting on the
opulent.
beach and shit, just fucking sipping a mimosa.
What's
or
that
some
on the
shit.
cover? Like a speedboat?
It looks like it's some type of it's not even a speedboat. It's like a fucking little fisherman boat, but it's got high speed to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah, so they just kick it back.
We haven't done a Larry June album, and I be kind of wishy-washy on Larry June. Sometimes I really appreciate it. Other times I could do without it. I am a 2Chains fan that is not like the biggest 2Chains fan, obviously, but and as well, I love I love Alchemist just as much as any underground head, I suppose. But yeah, this kind of collab surprised me to see it.
Yeah.
For like I wouldn't have guessed this given 100 guesses probably, and I actually haven't listened to it. I just said that when you said about it, I was like, yeah, let's get into it. So, what are some of the joints on here that you really like?
I like the Munyon Canyon.
This shit
Bad
is hard.
Choices.
Which one?
Bad Choices.
Okay, hold on. Oh, they got a music video for this? Let's let it rock for... Well, we're going to get copyright struck off of it. And I'm not tripping on that unless they try to let us not use the video like that one Sice joint. But
Sice
I put the thing in and they let it through, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, this is hard.
There's this one, Life is Beautiful as well. The one right after is good.
Okay.
Larry June really passed me by. Like, I don't know if I could tell you a single Larry June song. I've never really listened to his work. And like, people keep telling me he's dope, and like, it seems like he's gotten quite a lot of mainstream recognition.
Yeah,
He a Westie cat, right?
He even came out here. He was out in Enoshima for a bit performing.
What?
Yeah.
What, you was opening for him and shit?
No, I wasn't open for him, but I think.
Oh, he was just out here?
I think he's performing, but I think MJ was doing something with him. I don't know if he's DJing
MJ's
or
always
opening.
doing shit, man.
Well, you know, AA Rashid was out here. I was supposed to link up with them with AV last weekend, but I was having it was rough.
What?
It was rough. I was taking care of business, and my daughter had I'm putting together a Angela Davis report with my daughter, and it's hard to talk about Angela Davis for 9-year-olds without being like, and then she was, one of the Soledad brothers, and she was dating, killed a nigga, and the cops, you can't put it like that. But I think Larry June is he hella Westie, right? He's a West Coast cat. I've heard people call him like a West Coast kind of boldy in a way. He got a real kind of slow flow, real like street temperament, but real cool, calm, collected type.
Taking his time,
Yeah. And 2Chains be tapped in too, man. 2Chains has always been hard. And I seen like 2Chains talking about like Mock Hami. They were looking at the album and it was just like he doing it. And so 2Chains be tapped in, man. And of course The Alchemist, which is the connection.
2Chains is also an artist who didn't really accomplish mainstream success until well into his career.
Oh yeah, he changed his name. He was Titty Boy.
He was Titty Boy before, and he's like an older MC. Like he's kind of an
older
elder
than me.
he's like an elder
older
statesman of the rap game. So it doesn't surprise me that he has that kind of underground lineage behind him. He's someone who's obviously aware of what's going on, outside of the confines of like his collaborations with Rick Ross.
This is interesting too because the level of his artistry as compared to Larry June, there's like there's a distance there to a degree. You know what I mean? But them rocking together, I imagine maybe Alchemist is kind of the connection. Yeah. But it makes a lot of sense. This is kind of like a Run the Jewels type of thing, you know what I mean? Like in terms of where they at, not necessarily, but it's hard.
He put out Rap Will Go to the League a few years ago, and that was also like a really good record. And it actually had Ariana Grande on it. Like it was not like underground by any means, but it was like the production was really rich. There was some great barring out on there. 2Chains is flexible.
2Chains is fire and hilarious, bro. Like.
She got a big booty, so I call her Big Booty.
Yeah, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is fucking amazing. Oh, they got this album also, Chopped Not Slopped. I'm gonna fuck with that. I love some chopped and screwed shit. Oh, I'm fucking with it. Yeah.
A lot of albums have been doing that recently, but I think they're doing it for a different reason.
There might be TikTok.
Load and reverb.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why they did it.
This beat is hard too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap into this one, man. It would have been dope if like on a day that Jet couldn't come through, you and Scott Popular would have ran this shit up because Scott Popular gonna love some. He love a drug rapper. He love a drug rapper. But yeah, this is a good share, man. Thank you for reminding me about it because I heard about it and I was like, I'm busy, I'm tired, and I'm ugly. But but.
My father figure was too short.
So my little shit that I was gonna do and talk about is the Bob Pace album. Bob Pace is a New York, a Queens, born and raised MC rapper artist. The album is called Blackbook. It's a real short joint, 19 songs, 40 minutes. He's a member of Public Housing NYC, who we caught them. Oh, maybe you went home. You went home.
That was the Sulfur joint.
That was the Saul Williams
There wasn't
night.
enough room in the taxi, and they were like, "Yo, Jet, like, there's like cute girls here.
Did we do that?
You got to dip." I was like,
DJ Lita came with
y'all
us.
Y'all really hold him like that.
I thought Jet just went home. I feel like Jet just went home.
Hold him for real. Damn.
But to be honest with you, I'll do it again, DJ Lita. Just come with us. Jet will figure it out. No, I forget what it was. It wasn't it that it wasn't no space in the taxi, was it?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't feel like I'm that big of it. I would have been like, all right, we're doing 2 Taxi then. fan. Oh,
Yeah, no, that's
blink if you. Yeah, but nah,
wild.
he's dope. And when I was out here, it was kind of my first time really getting hip to their music and like that. And I was rocking with his homie Black Rembrandt, who we was chilling. We was, you know what I mean, putting in the air. We was rapping and doing all types of stuff and chilling together. But what really surprised me is like Bob Pace. Like, I'm a big fan of his kind of like his voice, his kind of sludginess. He had an album last year called Big Brother's House that dropped in May, which I heard after the show, and some of the shit on that reminds me of like Muslim Gods, and just his voice is just so fucking hard to me. I really like the way he raps, and so I'm here for it. And this one, I don't want to say I've given it too many plays, but they got a few joints on this, and I'm just like, to me, this music is like nighttime music, or like
What?
I gotta chill in the gutter for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he got a different type of. I feel like he's created like an aesthetic, like a value, or like a vibe around him that all his music tends to sound a little bit like.
The world eater of the lie. If you don't make peace, it'll eat you alive. Tones crossing over, there's a guilt to survive.
What song is this?
Who is law? But he got a few, yeah. But it be on some shit. You see what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
with like the
Muslim
aesthetic?
God, little brain.
Yeah.
Muslim God's a little bit of Brain Feeder, like some
tough.
like early Flying Lotus, like
Yeah.
Clouds and stuff.
Los Angeles 1983
You,
stuff. Yeah.
a lot of people don't know Muslim Gods like that, and Muslim Gods has like a crazy wide catalog. But some of the shits, like the Muslim Gods versus like Rootsman shit, it has like this real kind of strange temperament. Like, let me play this song 10,000 Degrees off of Big Brother's House. This is what I'm talking about. That Muslim Gods kind of like.
Mid-90s to upper 90s, but feels like 100 to 110.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
Kind
got
of
a bit
like.
of that UK grittiness to
Yeah.
it. That like Bristol, like trip hop, that like London, like, you know, Kevin Martin, the Bug Code 9, Space Ape type.
Yeah, indeed.
darkness to it,
But also
hyperdub.
pulling from like sampled records from like some type of indigenous groups, you know, with kind of
What?
almost the music itself gives it kind of a radical quality in the sense that it's just like so far away from a lot of the musical sounds that we're used to. You know what I mean? Like, he's hard. I fucking like Bob Pace. He was on our the fucking Obi-Wan shit last year.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Flood season,
Yeah.
bombing. And so I fuck with Bob Pace, man. I really like. I'm a big fan of his voice. I'm a big fan of what he be doing, and yeah, it'll be working out for me. So he also released another album just recently too. He released. I want to say he released one last month, and I didn't even give that one enough play yet. But you know, I'll be busy. People be busy. Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
The rise with the tide now. Brief like a wave crash. See all around.
Yeah, you know, I'll be walking around feeling right to this shit. But yeah, I don't know, guys. That's it. I don't really have much to say.
Stay tuned in. We'll have a little conversation about the new Uncle John for you.
If you got any of their albums you can like recommend that we have missed, you know, comment them down or something, you know? So
Sure.
Maybe get back to them.
There's still a few I want to do. I still want to do the Mike. I still want to do the Rory. I still want to do. There's a few albums that has been kind of like we get further and further
in
away
the
from, but I
backlog
still
from
want to
a couple
rock
months.
them. Yeah. I think we're gonna care less about that stuff this year. Album come out in March and we don't hear it until September. We might do that.
Yeah, I mean, like that, even that Henry Kenyon one that came out last month. I'm really happy we like talked about it because it's a great album. So
Footprints in the black snow.
What you know about when they walk up in the Gucci store and they salute?
Little bitch.
Good morning, bitch ass niggas.
Hello, nigga. That's how my nephew be answering me sometimes on the phone. I call him, he'd be like, hello, nigga. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck?
View from the rooftop. The eyes never tell lies. The mind is a forest.